Hello. Give it another couple of minutes and then we'll get started. I'll quickly knock out the new outfit reveal first and then we can get on to the game. So I hit my 100 followers now, so the new outfit I've had ready for weeks can finally go live. Yay! Yeah, might as well do that now, get that out of the way. Okay, so this is how I normally look. I'm sure you're familiar with this look. So we're going to go poof. And then I press a few buttons over here. Clicky, clicky, clicky. And then... oh wait, there's nothing here. I see ears. Ta-da! Now I had to build this skirt myself. It didn't exist in Vroid. So I had to build this skirt layer by layer. I made this jacket. I modified this top. I modified the choker. And you can't see them here, but I made the boots too. So this is my new alternate look. What do we think? Do you like it? It's good? So you're going, oh, cute! Yeah, the skirt wasn't too bad. I just had to put 4 skirts layered over the top of each other and then position them in such a way that it looks like one skirt with multiple layers. Nothing terrible. Basically, it's the same skirt just 4 times over, and then I just tweaked the length so that as each subsequent skirt came in, it was a little bit shorter, and then I had to make it slightly wider on each one. So that's why you get that sort of angle there. Whereas the skirt in real life, and I actually own this outfit in real life, these edges all kind of line up together, but that's gravity sort of pulls them down. Gravity doesn't seem to exist in here, but yes, I own this outfit in real life. I made it in real life first. Well, I say made, I basically bought it in real life first. And then copied it that way. Anyway, we were going to play a game today, weren't we? So we go over here, and then if I click this button, the game should hopefully come up. It does, and I can turn the sound back on now, because that's been running in the background. both. Have it as a redeem. Emoterra. Right, let's see if I can remember what I was up to. That's a big sword. And you're back from the ads. Yeah. So yeah, we're saying do both. Have it as a redeem. And then I typed Emoterra and I'm like, that just sounds so cool. Right, so we're back in Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. As I attempt to survive this time. Right, there was some wolves around here, wasn't there? Yeah, there they are. Well, that completely missed. And that missed even more. Well, that worked. I might have to do just the emo version at first, because with my first rigging, I'd probably only one rig one model at a time. But you'll have to do that eventually. Well, what you do is, I'm sure there's a way to do the, like a base version of the rigging and then effectively change the colours of the outfit, or like basically superimpose a new image onto the existing rigging. So it might be possible to do a base rig and then just superimpose the image on top. I'm not sure because I haven't looked into that side of it myself yet. I'm not ready for rigging yet myself, but then I use Vroid, which basically does the rigging for you, and you can modify it, but...
It's always a simple cube. Beat them up first, ask questions later, damn it. And now we have no gold, no nothing, just a pile of old stone and a dead body.
No, come off it. Let's just take what he had and let's get out of here.
What he didn't have shut, a piece of iron and a slip of paper. You can't even wipe your ass with it. And you said you were supposed to be some great lord.
And as early as I was. I must disappear. I gotta clean and stuff. Well, thanks for coming in, and at least you got to see the big reveal. Everybody else will have to watch that on a VOD later. Well, thank you, thank you. I did do some work on that one. I think that's the third version of it. Let's see, what he have? A rusty short sword. Double broadsword. Take everything! Right, let's have a look-see at the weaponry. So I have a short sword equipped, and we just picked up a rusty short sword, didn't we? I wonder if I can dual wield. That rusty short sword doesn't look very short compared to the other short sword. It looks more like the broadsword. What if I try a short sword and a dagger? Does that count as a dual wield? Yes. I can still block and attack with both weapons. Cool. Okay, so that means I don't need this one anymore. What I should do is, do I have a bow? Oh, I picked up a bow anyway. Yes, I do. Ranged. Okay, so we have a bow. We've got magic, and we've got my sword dagger combo, throwing her out of magic. Okay. So that's a bit more of a balanced set. Am I even hitting that guy? I really can't tell. That definitely hit. Okay, he's got some sort of ranged attack thing too. Hello, I was pressing the use potion button. Trying to take those guys on at close range with the bow, probably not the smartest idea I ever had. I go in here, make the offer and get the amulet. Because I've got a note that tells me to deliver the amulet to somebody. I'll try using the bow. I've got 23 arrows. So let's try taking on these things again. That's something, but I'll worry about that in a moment. So, there we go, just dodge around this guy now and he should die to the fire. Or not. A travel point. Peninsula, fast travel. Old Mother Shrine, I can fast travel to that? Huh. Is there anywhere else I can go? No. Okay. Yeah, there was something to dig up here, wasn't there? Yeah. Dig! Dig! Woo! Money in a goblet, which is basically money. Right. Do I have any health potions in it? So I've got that one. Let's put that one there. That should get me a couple of health potions going. Let's have a walk up here then. Actually, I'm going to quickly do a save. heck are you? That was a crow the size of a flippin' dragon. Aha. Thought I heard something moving over here. Ooh, that little guy's got some evasive maneuvers. So, clearly trying to patch up a wall here. Oh, there's another one of those waypoints. Better grab that. Zoop. Woo! There's another corpse eater. I think he was about to start eating this person, I guess.
Hi.
Hi! Okay, pause game. We have somebody new in, so we'll go back over to this other screen. Then we go, new outfit! What do you think? What do you think? Twirl. Thank ya! Thank ya! Yeah, I designed this one in real life first, and then recreated it in Vroid.
Cheese.
You can't see your boots in this picture though. I'm a bit annoyed at that, but although actually, can quick action panel? Can I make her lift her foot up? Pose. More pose. No, it just takes me to a shop. That's not gonna help. Actions, wave, right hand, tapping, okay, side. Nah, nothing there. Oh well. Have you decided on the game you're switching for Smash? Not as of yet. Might do marbles on stream for a week or two or something. Haven't decided yet. I mean, I might give Smash one more go, I don't know. Just, yeah, for a while now, my depression's been back, and it's not been good. Really not. And then I go into Smash, and everybody's like a million levels higher than me. And I feel like I'm just, you know, like I'm not even participating most of the time now. I just sit to the side because I can't remotely compete with even the least talented of the people coming into my stream. Because they're just on a completely different level to me. And as Pen Pen always says, if you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it. And I haven't had fun playing Smash on stream since I did the New Year's tournament, basically. So I've done it for months now. Just feeling bad about it all the time, yeah? And I can't keep doing that. I just can't. But it's the only stream I've got that actually has any viewership. So I'm in a kind of catch-22. Do I keep doing it because it's clearly what my audience wants, but it's going to literally drive me crazy? Or do I switch to something else and potentially lose half my audience? You know? That's where I've been for the last month. It's like, do I keep this and go nuts? Or do I get rid of it and lose the viewers? So yeah. Anyway, back to Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. Dude. Overwatch maybe, but I'm even more useless at that. I haven't played that for a while. Yeah. Rivals I tried. It was okay. It's not really... It's a reskinned Overwatch. So, I mean, I'm basically in the same boat there. And Fast Penguins feels like I'd be sort of stealing something from Pen Pen. That's kind of his thing. Both useless in Overwatch. Now that one I tried, that was it Farlight 84, which is a free battle royale type game, but it's like team. So it's, what's the other one that's like that? It's like Apex Legends or something that's like that. I can't remember now. But anyway, it's like a team one, so you have like a 3-person team. Now that's one I could maybe do, but then I'd have to try and convince a couple of you guys to pick it up and join me in a team. Suppose I go solo for a couple of streams and let people see what it's like. I have done some stuff on it. But I'll probably just have a look around and see what other games I've got lying around. I've probably got something on my Switch somewhere. I mean, there's Mario Kart. Could always do Mario Kart. Everybody likes Mario Kart. Which actually I'll probably do on Switch too. When that comes out, I'll probably switch to Mario Kart. Okay, the Weird showed up and I'm in trouble. I just died. You got too late in the night. Weird showed up and just killed everybody. Load last checkpoint. I was to pay attention there. Yeah, I hear how much it costs, so I can't get it, but I'm fine with OG Switch. See, I'm having a freaking nightmare trying to pre-order the flaming thing. I'm one of the ones that Nintendo sent the invite to like really early. Like I got it like lunchtime yesterday, so like the day that it like the pre-orders went live. And the stupid thing is just glitched to high heaven. I cannot get the pre-order to work. Yeah, I got the email and then I got the actual specific one that said, here's your invite, follow this link. So I press the link and it takes me to a screen going, Please confirm the email associated with this invite. So you type in your email. And then it goes to another screen and goes, we sent a 6-digit code to your email. Please input that now. The first time I did that, I clicked onto my email to go and get the code. The email wasn't there. I clicked back to the page to make sure it had sent, and it had gone back to the please input your email address. So I typed it in again. It says the same thing. We sent a 6-digit code. Go to my emails. No email. Go back, and it's reset again. So if I leave the screen, it resets. If I don't leave the screen, how do I get the code? Also, it took, I think, an hour for the code to actually show up on those 2 attempts. And then on no other attempt has the code ever arrived. It's just not sending it anymore. I sat on my computer last night for like 4 hours trying not to click off that code screen with my emails up on my other monitor, constantly refreshing it going, where's this email? And the email just never arrived, and there's no other way on Nintendo's own website to pre-order the Switch 2. You have to do it through this invite system, which means my only choice now is to go somewhere else. Which means whatever special packages or deals I was going to get on the Nintendo site, I physically can't get. And like I say, I was one of the first ones they sent the flaming email to. That's how high up the blooming list I was. I was in the first batch. And I can't get the sodding thing to work. But yeah, I'll figure out a way to get it. I will get the Switch 2 because, frankly, I think for my streams it's probably going to be the best thing for me. Get the Switch 2, get it on the ground floor, as it were. Now, I think because I have the Nintendo Online expansion pack and the upgrades from Switch games to the Switch 2 edition is basically free if you have the expansion pack, I should basically be able to do Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Switch 2 edition immediately day one. Theoretically. We'll find out if that works, but theoretically I should be able to come home from work, immediately download the update, and be, bam, able to play that, and then like the next day or something do a stream on it. And then of course get the pack with the Mario Kart, because there's no question of that. It's like 75 quid to buy Mario Kart on its own. It'll cost you 30 quid to add it in with the console, so yeah, that's not even a question. That's definitely what I'm doing. There's no way I'm not buying it without the Mario Kart bundle and then having to go and pay more than twice as much for the game later on. Yeah, that ain't happening. But yeah, as I say, that's how that's going to hopefully work. I need to find some place where I can safely rest and make the night go away, so the weirdness goes away. Can I just camp here? Does this work? Oops, wrong button. Come on. Ooh, we've got level ups to do. Skill tree! Strength, jurisdiction, and spirituality. So this is my magic stuffs. We started on this line. So you got the arcane teachings, your spell power is increased by 10%. Charged cantrip. After you cast a spell, your next spell with a lower base mana cost has a 25% increased chance to crit. Nice. Imbibed by the elements. Dealing elemental damage applies corresponding elemental status buildup. Tiresome Weave. Critical spell hits reduce target stamina by 20% of damage dealt. Which on a crit could be a reasonable amount. So general buffs. Gain more mana. Actually, I think I will take that because I've been burning through the mana a little quick. And then attributes. And I think we'll get perception this time. And then rest. Resting until that time. Let's rest until like morning. When it should be safe. There we go. Daylight. So are these people going to want to attack me? Yes, they are. Have any arrows? Apparently not. Yeah, apparently fresh out of arrows, so the bow is not going to do me anything. Ow! Right, let's see if he had anything useful. Nope, nothing on that one. So what we've got here now. Tattered leather jacket. Requires 2 endurance, which we don't have, so you would actually get less from it. And then I've got a bunch of clothes there. So currently Grief Torn Armour is my best chest plate. Leather pants, Torn Keeper pants. Hey, swish, nobleman's boots. Worn out heavy boots, 2 armour. No, guess we're better armour, so I guess we'll take that. Ragged leather gauntlets. So that gives me improved armour too. Goody goody. So what's this? The All-Mother's Mercy. I think that's kind of a quest item, so I should probably hold on to that. Automatic remedy. Restores health. Okay, put that there. Grab everything he's got. Where's that other guy that I was fighting? Did I loot both of them? Aye, there's a naked corpsey down there. Alright, 1 second while I dismiss that so I can see chat in case anybody's talking to me. Not at this moment in time, no worries. Letter from a shady merchant, an option, trying to tell wood arrow. Ooh, lockpick. Ooh, a deer! Hello, deer. Got a camp here. Barrel empty, barrel empty, barrel empty, some pork. Do we have enough food for any of the recipes? We have enough for that one. I see something glowy glowy over here. I also see a corpse eater over here. Do you have any arrows yet? 31, nice. Oh, nailed him. Got him. Swordmaster's ring, leather jacket, leather pants. Cool. Druidic shrine. Ooh, well, I'm a druid, so pray. Make an offering of animal parts. Give 1 animal component, get 10 experience. Give heart in bag. Give brain 12 in bag. Let's dump all of this in here. Free experience? And all I gotta do is just empty the contents in my bag? I'll take that. Ba-doom, 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 ba-doom. Uh-oh. Did I just crash the game? I just saw a Unity thing pop up. I crashed the game. Bear with me. The light of the men here is fading. Without them, the weirdness will shroud the entire island once again. So maybe don't spam the parts on there, or at least not at the speed I was. Give it a chance to process. And what I'll do is quickly save, just in case. Plus 10 experience. Plus 10 experience. Plus 10 experience. So, get that. I think a lot of this I'm supposed to use for like potion making or perhaps crafting, but anyway. How do I exit this interface? Ah, there it is. Leave. Now, we just picked up some armor there, so let's see how this looks. Requires 3 endurance, which means it's only going to work at like 2.8 instead of 4, which is still an improvement on my current armor, but I lose the max health bonus. Right, let's have a look on the map. So I'm supposed to be going over here. So we've got this like campsite here, we've got the road goes along here. Oh, it was just that music kicking in. I was like, I hear something coming towards me, but it's not, it was just music. So we've got ruined building here, anything in here? Nope. Ruined market square. Right, let's see what's up this ramp. It'll be the top of this wall, I suppose. Maybe there's something up here. Oh, yep. Oh, I fell off the ramp and killed myself. That's not clever. Not clever at all. Oh wait, that was the save before I actually cashed in a bunch of stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Right. That'll do. That might be enough for a level up. Don't know. It's still registering the XP up that I gained all that from. And I suppose discovering new locations likely gives us experience as well. Yeah, another 90. Why is my quick menu thing not working? knife. Not the claymore. So, there's a breastplate, leather armors. Inventory. So, interesting long sword. We've got a hatchet there. Two-handed, very short bow, light bow. So I probably want to change the bow. So where was that throwing knife? Dagger. Rusty spear. Rusty long sword, rusty short sword. Torch. Anyway, we've got an upgraded bow here, so we'll switch to that. So does that mean the... Yeah, there's a dull throwing knife and there's the iron throwing knife. Swordmaster's ring, increased attack speed by 2%. Dull throwing knife, consumable. Ah, so you can put that on like the consumables thing and then throw it. Right, okay. That makes sense. So you got a leather jacket and a leather breastplate. Requires endurance too. What's your Camelot Nobleman's de Blue? Double. Coin, raspberry, broken arrow, woodcutter's axe, more peasant garb that I can potentially sell somewhere. Try and stay stealthy in case there's anybody hiding around here. Ooh, chest. Reinforced check, lockpick. Gotcha. Druid's Friend. I don't know what that is. Restores 50% of mana. Sharpening stone. Poignard. So that's like a type of dagger, isn't it? Requires 3 dexterity. Yeah. Oh, wait, there's someone. Right, come on. I'm trying to build up our magic, so let's do the magic. Over encumbered. I wondered when that was finally going to happen. Okay, let's start dropping junk that we don't need. So basically like all the peasant garb, I suppose. How do I drop? Ah, there we go. Drop. Did I accidentally... Yes, I accidentally took my top off. There we go. Right. Bag there and drop. Fisherman's chair. There's some more bloodstained shirt thing. Tenor boots. Those ones, like proper boots, might be worth a little bit of money. Ragged peasant shirt. Ragged peasant shirt, ragged peasant shirt, peasant shirt of various colours, worn out leather breastplate, still armour, it's still going to be worth something. Fisherman's tunic, fisherman's tunic, fisherman's tunic, fisherman's tunic, ragged peasant dress, ragged villager dress, torn red priest robes, it's got a tattered leather jacket. Current 132 out of 135, so I haven't really managed to drop that much in terms of weight. So we go to weapons. So drop basically all this junk, I suppose. Brick hammer, hold the torch. Rusty weapons I think I can renew, so we keep them. I need that. Right, that reduced some weight. I guess I don't need 3 daggers, although having a couple of them would be handy for selling. I'll try and reduce the amount of excess junk we have. That's all usable items, that's food. Menhir figure +5 max health permanently. Consume that. I don't think that was taking up any weight, but okay, and there's mountains of junk getting thrown all over the floor. Okay, let's ignore these, like, bandits or whatever. I need to get back on quest. So I can try and sell my loot to someone. There's a glow over there, I wonder what that is. I'm not sure that's friendly, so just in case. Are you a friendly person?
Off the leash, are we? They must have had their fun with you. Who had you as their plaything? The judge? The druids? Some band of cutthroats? Ah, but it doesn't matter now that you're free.
How did you know something
You're
happened?
wretched, and you smell like death. I've seen people like you before. Broken, worn down, dragged through the mud. If you've had enough of it all, I could grant you an honorable death. In a proper duel, you lived like a cur, but you could die like a knight. Wouldn't that be just splendid? Just say the word. I'm Abigail, a knight. I swore my sword to my lady's will, and she kept me close until she had no more use for me. Now, I walk alone, but a shadow never strays too far.
Do I fight the knight who's almost certainly going to splatter me all over this countryside here? Yes, I
I'm
think
more
we
than
do.
happy to oblige.
Jeez, I've barely even put a dent in this guy. Clearly, magic is not the way. Ow. Ow. Yeah, he just friggin' two-shot me. Just threw a knife at me and then slapped me with his sword and pop, dead. Yeah, he wasn't kidding when he said he'd put you down. Oh, it's been an hour already. How many times have I died? 3, 4? Right, so, see you later, Mr. Night Guy. I am absolutely not ready to take you on. There's something on this card. Food. Oh, for a little jog down the road. Jog down the road. What food have we got on us? I should probably eat something. Whoosh! We have a fast travel point. Yay! Can I like pickpocket this guy? I potentially could. But
What's happening? In the name of the All Mother, what are you doing? I could have stabbed you. Wait, I haven't seen you before. All right, true. Why didn't you, eh? You could have killed me. So you're not one of them bandits, then? Who are you, huh? This pit, I can't say I see it very clearly at this present moment, but it does look important, very official. But I remember Fergus said something about all this, these emblems once. Oh, yes, I remember now. I welcome thee, ye, royal person, on behalf of the keepers. You are a great friend to our old. Welcome. Please, speak with Fergus. He's our quartermaster. He runs things around here in the captain's absence. He'll greet thee properly. Have a pleasant rest of the day. Open it up, boys!
well, he's the absolute best shining example of a gate guard ever. Sorry, yeah, choked on those words. Couldn't say that in all seriousness. Hey, you look like a merchant.
All Mother's tits. I've just about had it with this bunch of repressed virgins.
Woo!
And who might you be? You don't look like one of them.
And you, my dear, sound like someone that I might want to get to know.
Oh, do I now? You would be too if you had to deal with those sniveling morons when they're up to something. Don't look at me like that. You don't get as far in life as I have if you can't smell bullshit from a mile away. There's something fishy going on here. But I'll get to the bottom of it. And here's a brilliant idea. You're going to help me.
Oh, hello.
I just need you to go to Brandon and find out why that slime ball is pretending not to know I'm here. Tell him I'm waiting with his delivery. Although I'm pretty sure he knows this already. You don't know? He's the captain of this entire circus. I thought since they let you in, you must have an in with him. It turns out you know even less than I do. There's something going on, you know? They don't want anybody to know, but I can feel it. I've been doing business with the captain for years now. Then suddenly I found myself stuck here. They won't let me further in, not even to set up camp in the village. But they won't let me out either. Anyway, good luck to you. Come and visit if you need anything.
Okay. Open shop. Sell. I have lots and lots of junk to sell you, lady. So I hope you're happy. Sell the shield. That's the... So this should be all the stuff I'm not currently using. So sell that, sell that. Keep that because I might need that. Dagger, dagger, rusty short sword. I might as well sell the rusty swords. I think I can fix them, but hatchet, spear, wood club, rusty one. Don't. There's a magic spell, and then keep the leather jacket. Nah, sell it. This is just stuff for selling, I think. Sell two. Sell two. Sell it. There we go, that should reduce the weight a bit. Yeah, 49 out of 135. That got rid of some weight. Right. What does he have that I might want to buy? You can't afford to buy this item. I just sold off my entire inventory and I can't afford that. I accidentally sold off the wood hatchet that I had. Yeah, wood cutting axe. It's probably something I should have actually kept a hold of now I think about it. But allows lumbering, yeah. I guess I buy that back. Anyway, I'd like to buy up pants, traveller's boots. What's this? Sketchbook. Don't look like they sell any spells though.
Oh, a new face. It's always nice to see someone new here.
What the heck has he got on his face?
Welcome. Why didn't I notice you earlier? Yes, my apologies. Ever since breakfast today, I've been sort of lost in thought. I keep thinking of my dear mother's cooking, especially her famous pie. You see, all we got here is venison and fish. Venison, then fish. And then fish, fish, and more fish. I can live with all the bullshit that's thrown at us soldiers. But the longer I live, the more I realize there's not much to live for, except food. And I'd kill for a slice of that pie. As if it were that easy. I ain't much of a cook. And Rorik, the one we have here, well, he says we're soldiers, so we can stick our complaints up our asses. Really? Sure, I remember it well. Here you go.
Cool. Mum's finest pie. Wonder what ingredients I need for that. Anyway, I should probably go and try and actually complete this quest, but who you be?
Welcome! In the name of our eternally reigning Majesty King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Tables. I am obliged to inform you that fighting those who actively break the law and reject the rule of the crown is the duty and pride of every subject. As Camelot's representative, I will be paying a bounty of 10 gold pieces for the death of each bandit roving the area, as long as adequate proof is provided. I also recommend checking the bounty board for information on wanted criminals, especially those considered particularly dangerous. Please, state your business.
I'd like to collect bounty for bandits.
Really? You fought bandits and killed them? Oh, I want to hear all the details. Here's your reward, but promise you'll tell me everything.
He sounds a bit weird, but okay.
Oh, someone finally checked out the notices I was posting on the board. Go, the hunter waits. That's correct. My name is Lillian. I was sent here from the capital to see how the Horns of the South are handling the bandits' problem, and also to encourage the Keepers to fight. The situation with the Pict and Del Rita savages is precarious. Too bad we can't get rid of them as easily as we did the Druids. There have also been rumors that we might soon have a civil war on our hands, so Camelot cannot afford to spread our forces too thin. Well, you've probably heard about the Druids making human sacrifices by stuffing people into wicker puppets and setting them on fire. Well, the people decided to give them a taste of their own medicine. They rounded them all up and then sent them up in smoke. Oh, how they must have howled and sizzled. Too bad I couldn't see it. Most of them, the survivors have supposedly taken refuge with savages in the woods, and one of them is rumored to be hiding in the Horns area. But whether that was before or after the Charred Conclave, I don't know. Would you like to hear about him? His name was Slaudiar. He was lurking near Bloodlake, a small pond where they used to throw the bodies of executed convicts. They say he would fish them out and use his magic to turn them into undead monsters. Supposedly, he started needing some fresher corpses, so he slaughtered one of the keepers. The Horns organized a manhunt. They found him and sentenced him to death. People say that the moment his body touched the surface of Bloodlake, the water turned red and it's been scarred since that day. Some say that Slaudiarg came back from the dead and seeks revenge. But if you ask me, it's just a tale by local simpletons.
Ooh, that sounds like a dungeon I can go raid with possible magic trinkets for me as a druid. Whoops, did I say that out loud in front of a guy who's basically sworn to kill all druids kind of thing, maybe?
There are rumors that the Rita tribes want to unite, and that would mean open war with Camelot. As for those pig savages, they've been growing bold, leaving their forest. For now, it's just been small scrimmages. But who knows how it'll end. I don't really have much more to tell. It's hard to get any updates here. I only know that the new Lancelot has not been very popular, and that's putting it mildly. The Witch Morgaine would have been burnt at the stake long ago if everyone weren't so afraid of her. And then we have the commoners who seem to keep forgetting their place, and loudly demanding changes. Everything is falling apart. Oh, hey, before you go, I can see the bloodlust in your eyes, you know. It takes one to know one. So here's some friendly advice, free of charge. If you're seeking scum to slay, you'll find bandits in the ruins of a merchant settlement nearby. It's worth visiting if you haven't already.
Well, that'll be his notice board. So, who you'll be? Keeper Hrolf.
Let me guess. Camelot, no? Timberwall, also no? So you're not from the north? Ah, of course.
You must be from Quanach. I should have guessed right away. So, who's in charge there now?
Oh, I was just wondering what's going on out there. Here in the south, we have our own affairs. What happens out there in the world? Well, the news doesn't always travel all the way here.
And they should. It's in our common interest.
You know, people are talking about rising unrest in the north, and a secret coalition preparing a coup at the highest levels of power. And that whole plague thing is just a tool to reach their final goal. The Red Priests are also trying to get something out of it.
And to be honest, it's not gone too bad for them. The Druids are out of the picture already.
Well, sure. They want to establish a new order on our island. And it's not clear who's involved in the whole mess.
Maybe. Maybe our captain is even involved. Hell knows. They have their people everywhere. Damn it, you could be one of them too. Although when I look at you, I don't think so. You have such a stupid face. With all due respect, of course.
How dare you, sir? I chose this face because it looked the most feminine of the female options.
Wait a minute. I'm not suggesting anything here. I'm just thinking out loud. It doesn't make sense that the plague appeared just like that. Out of bloody nowhere? Hell no. It's a high-stakes game.
So this guy's a conspiracy nut.
Aye. When I realized all of this, I couldn't pull myself together either.
Take our Excalibur as an example. Here, read this. You won't believe your eyes when you get to the second chapter. You know, I've been thinking lately. What if King Arthur is just a stupid fairy tale? What if the nobles and others involved in the whole conspiracy just made him up? And us peasants eventually just started to believe in it.
You know, one story for everyone. They drilled it into our heads, and drilled until it finally stuck. And then they built statues, wrote books, and everything else.
Considering King Arthur's spirit is currently residing in my head, that's bullshit, you know? It's impossible to make something like that up.
Yeah. Don't tell me you're one of those fools that think that the All-Mother exists. Have you ever seen her? How do you know that we're not being lied to?
Exactly. But maybe one day you'll see the truth.
Okay, conspiracy nut. It pains me to see so many still blinded by the myths Camelot perpetuates, especially about Excalibur. Let's begin with its so-called magical nature. Like King Arthur's enemies were blinded by its light, said to burn like 30 torches. But enchanting a weapon to emit flames is no great feat. With Merlin and Morgaine, two of the greatest mages, at his side, such an illusion would have been effortless. The life-stealing power and protective scabbard. Mere deception, these tales discouraged others from examining the blade. The scabbard likely hid enchantments or activated them, bolstering the illusion of magic. Excalibur's divinity was crafted not by gods, but by cunning minds. I mean, sure. Right, looks like I need to be dondering over here. Hello, monsieur. Can I speak to him at the counter here? Hello.
Sir, I haven't seen you before. I wasn't expecting any guests, and you don't look like a new recruit. And yet, Uldren let you in. He's not drinking again, I hope. Most unfortunate, but that explains why you just strutted into the horns. I'm afraid I'll have to take action.
The name's Firkus, and I assume you already know that I'm the quartermaster here. Now, state your business.
And please, try to be convincing, or the walls of this fortress will be the last thing you'll ever see. Yes, I know. And that's why you're still standing in front of me. However, these pens were only given to certain people. They mean that in times of trouble, these people will always find a safe haven here in the Horns.
And that makes me wonder, what happened to your friend? Where is he?
We got shipwrecked on the way. I assume he's dead. We got shipwrecked on the way, but he could have made it.
If what you're saying is true, he must have had a deal with somebody well above my pay grade. And that leaves only the captain.
However, if you're lying, then you might as well have just confessed to the murder of a Knight of the Round Table. But nobody's that much of a fool, I think. Fortunately for you, I've seen my fair share of morons in life, and you don't look like one.
Thank God for that.
Fortunately for me, this pen only means that I'm to make sure you're safe in the Horns. Nothing about helping you out with whatever you're up to.
Anyway, welcome to the Horns of the South. Make yourself at home.
Yay.
Ninian, I knew the Red Death
could take him. Damn shame. He was one of the good ones. You did right bringing this back. The Horns look after their own, even after they're gone. But, now that I think of it, how did you manage to get hold of his tag? Tortured? In the asylum? You can't expect me to take that at face value. Brother Riagan said Ninian was too weak to survive the journey. They came for him, and we even held a symbolic keeper's burial for him. And what were you doing in the island asylum? You look fine, but if you were there, near him... I'm sorry this happened to you. Still, you have to understand. Now that you've told me this, I'll be keeping a close eye on you. No risks can be taken when it comes to the Red Death.
Oh, that's fair.
Just as I thought. If you have friends among the knights, you'll want to talk to the captain. But that's not happening anytime soon. Because I said so. What, did you really expect that you could just enter our keep and head straight for the captain's quarters? There wouldn't be much point in having walls and guards here if anyone could just do that, would there? And have you helped any of my people? Or are you just here to wave that pen in my face again? First, show me you care. And then I'll take you to the captain. I can't have every random stray wasting his time. Not now, when the outcome of the war with its tribes is so precarious. I trust we understand each other. Good. Come back when you've proven your worth to the Horns of the South. Then we'll talk.
Okay, so we're on a rep building exercise. This will be fun.
We've been having trouble with the dead lately. The kind that don't want to rest in peace. There are more and more of them roaming the area. It might just be the weirdness, as it has been steadily creeping closer from the north, but somehow I doubt it. Anyway, I suggest you go see Marg first. He knows best what's going on there.
Marg, okay.
Good. Try not to get yourself killed, and get rid of whatever's been causing the problem. Yes? Did you find out what's been happening out there? Why not? Don't tell me you're afraid of ghosts. Just don't annoy them and you'll be fine. If you need rest, you can sleep in the barracks. There's no royal chamber, but it's better to sleep under a roof than under the stars, right? Especially in this horrible weather.
Data's Dreams track. Right, let's check my saves. So I'll get rid of old ones that are just taking up space. This looks like a blacksmith shop over here. Hello, sir.
Boy, Brent, a question. Do you know why people always stop and watch a blacksmith at work? Because he's riveting. It's
Penn
good
would
to
love
see
this
a
guy.
new face in this sad hole. Oh, of course. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Osbert, local master of hammers and anvils. Do you need your blade sharpened?
You have any work for me? You don't get many visitors, open shop?
Not really. Especially since we went into a lockdown a while ago. People used to come and go. Now and then a ship would make a stop at the village below, but nobody's really come around since. Well, since the entire shit show that's going down everywhere. Now that I think of it, you're the first they've let in. What'd you do? Who did you bribe? Oh, so you have friends in Camelot. Good for you. Of course I do. Those pins are peak craftsmanship, and very rare at that. We only gave them out on Camelot's orders. But when I look at you, well, it's pretty obvious you wouldn't be able to beat a knight. And even if you found one already dead, you'd sooner nick his armor than a pin you knew nothing about. Either way, good for you. Sometimes I wonder, you know, how many things can go wrong at the same time. They say that misery loves company, but here, it's like we've done something to anger the gods, and they're taking their sweet revenge. First, we started hearing that the weirdness was spreading near Grubwood. Soon after that, we saw waves of bandits approaching from there. Desperate people. It took a lot of our territory. Then, the Del Rita tribes took over the All-Mother's Temple. And after that, the supply chains from Camelot collapsed for some reason. And so on and so forth. We're in quite a pickle, my friend. We've started betting on what's going to happen next. Sea monsters? Who knows? That's... I don't know. It's hard to explain. They kept to themselves, perched in the mountains near the Forlorn Swords. Then something happened, and suddenly we saw ships arriving near our eastern shores. A couple days later, the tribes took over. One good thing is that the bandits aren't up to fighting with them. One bad thing, we aren't either. Ha! Friend, I wish. But the only task I could use help with might be a bit too delicate for you to handle. Unless you're a master goldsmith, then feel free to prove it. And I'll have work for you immediately. There's just not enough of them to go around. And now that we're on lockdown, there's not much demand for my services either. Listen, I said I don't have any jobs, as in things I pay you for doing. That doesn't mean I can't teach you a thing or two, if you're willing to learn, that is.
Sure.
Since you're free to wander about while I'm stuck in the keep, maybe we can make good use of that. You've probably bashed in the skull of a beast or two, right? The alchemists. They're likely snatching up the corpses, using the muck to cook their weird concoctions. But perhaps you'd rather craft yourself some armor from those hides, huh? We should start with something simple. Let's see. I'll give you some notes on how to make armor. You gather the materials and get to work. And when you're done, you can bring it over so I can see what you've made.
Corpse Eater's rags. Corpse Eater's cap. Really? That's what he gave me? Okay, so... Right, grindstone. So... Handcrafting upgrade, attach relic, armor weight reduction. So we got handcrafting. So requires iron ore, leather, and a monster brain. Iron ore, leather, monster brain. So leather. Craft that. Upgrade. Attach relic. Don't know if I've got any. Armor weight reduction. So what that is that I'm missing. Well, time to wander away. We've got the quest to complete today. Look on the map. So where's that? Dead as Dreams. So just down the road a bit. Okay. That's going to take me right past where all those bandits were camped, isn't it? Wonder if I can get this deer and get some more hide, which I can then turn into leather and maybe craft those items for the blacksmith. Ah, missed. Oh well. I tried. Oh, that bled out. Yay! Magic day! Rusty hand axe. So, what the heck is that thing in the rock there? Doesn't look a menu. Dull broadsword. Nothing useful there. So what are you? Kind of looks like one of the Titans. Was in the island asylum underground bit. Cushion car. Automatic remedy. Feathers, pulling it up for making arrows. You know, short sword. Light bow. Let's check that out. Oops. Now what we got here, we got an alchemy setup by the look of it. swing off this direction. It's going to be dark soon. I probably don't want to be wandering around if the weirdness is going to show up again. Used almost all of my arrows, but then I can grab some of these broken ones. Don't know if I can fix them, but grab them anyway. Broken arrow, broken arrow. And take a load of wooden arrows, and a short bow, rusty longsword, looter's mask, tattered leather jacket. Gauntlets, worn out leather pants, worn leather boots. So those might be worth some money, or maybe I can recycle them. Okay. That's a boundary I don't think I want to be inside. Run? Okay, that boundary is actually moving with me. Iskar the Protector, devoted guardian to Prophet Kai. Iskar battled the scourge of the Red Death, aiding in the founding of the Red Church and the Island Asylum. His dedication saved countless lives during a time of despair. May his memory be praised and never forgotten. Iskar the Protector. And Abigor. Can I put down a camp? Fruit crest, level up. Attribute. Let's boost endurance, because I think we're going to need that for armor, so we'll take endurance. Oops. And then skill tree. Spirituality. So, summoning. I haven't learned any summoning yet. Let me try to summon. So that one isn't going to really do anything. Wands and cubes, I haven't got any of them yet. Right, so we've got fire magic, which is going to be fire elemental, so that has an effect. And then rest until dawn. That gets us out of the weirdness. Athletics. Boing, boing, boing. Agility. So yeah, this one has that leveling system where doing things is how you level them up. It's like so that you level up athletics by running around, you agility by jumping around. Swinging a sword makes you more proficient with a sword. casting spells makes you better with spells. I'm hoping. Right, so we have a tower here, and I need to go speak to a Chape Ha. Hello, sir.
It depends on who's asking and why. No, I'm kidding. I don't meet many outsiders these days. I'm Mark, a hunter in the service of the Horns of the South.
Quartermaster told me that you have a problem with the undead.
I don't know what it is about this place, but even the dead hardly ever get any rest. Though I'll admit, it's getting worse lately. They keep emerging from the local cemetery in numbers greater than that small plot of land ever held. So I'm guessing we might have a necromancer on our hands. And here I thought after the Charred Conclave, we'd have more than 100 years of peace from them. Only every century or so. But even that's too often if you ask me. Something seems to draw them here. Well, it's probably all that death. The South has always been restless. And after what happened with the sunken village, I guess death has seeped into the very soil of this land. Must be quite alluring for that lot. Good. And try not to die. That undead swarm doesn't need any more recruits.
Okay, so where are we heading now? Okay, follow the road. Oh, that's easy then. You know what? If I'm boosting that's what I'm looking for. My elemental damage, I might as well dual wield fire. Basically just machine gun that guy. That's how you wield fire magic. That was almost too easy. Now we've got some undead, so this might not go as easy. Set him on fire, so whoosh! Oh, rusty short sword. So I need to reach this building. Potions equipped, so this isn't going to go how I would like. What the heck? How did my health bar just suddenly fall off a cliff there? I guess one of them was managing to land blows on me? So the last checkpoint was right after I went machine gun for the first time. Okay. Well, that was a waste of magic. These things are pretty hard to put down. I think the entranceway that I'm supposed to enter here is clear. That should give me a checkpoint. How are we doing? Okay, 10 minutes. Oh, I guess there's somebody to interact with. We'll go interact with this guy, and then I think that should do it for today. Is that a spellbook? Adventurers of the Swan Night.
Who goes there? Are you the one responsible for all that racket? People are trying to rest in peace, damn it. You should be. These folks fell into their eternal slumber a long time ago. But some of them have turned out to be very light sleepers. Not their fault, but we should at least try not to wake them up. I'm telling you, ever since people started burning their dead, it's like they've forgotten proper manners in places like this. My name's Huardok, and I am the keeper of this place. I look after the dead, or at least, I try to. It used to be much easier where they stayed in one place. Now I need to keep making sure they don't stray too far from the cemetery. But I'm not complaining. A little exercise is good for the body.
Pretty sure he's a walking corpse too, to be honest.
Dead, alive, what's the difference? I am here. I always have been, and I always will be, until the day I'm released from my service. Truth be told, I'm not quite sure. Has it been a long time since the wave came and swallowed the village? That was when people stopped coming here. It's like the sea washed away the memory of this place as well.
Hello, new person coming in.
I don't remember much of what happened afterwards. I must have fallen asleep for a while.
No, this is a similar game to Elder Scrolls. This is Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. It's an early access demo for a game that's coming out later this year. So we're playing through that. It's much more dark fantasy than like Elder Scrolls. I've actually been doing a couple of streams in now, and it's fascinating stuff, to be honest. And we have another new person coming in, so we have Terasawiti. Hi, welcome in. I was actually getting ready to finish up stream, but I can keep going a little bit longer since we've got a couple of new people around. Also, I'm showing off my new outfit, so you can see my appearance on the screen. This isn't my usual look. This is a new outfit for reaching 100 followers. Yeah, one of the reasons I picked this up is because a guy I watch on YouTube that did a lot of stuff like Elder Scrolls and that, ESO, don't know if anybody's familiar with him, he reviewed an earlier build of this demo like a year ago, and I got it back then and tried it then, and recently I saw another one of his videos and he was talking about the updated version, and that they're getting ready for, this is the final demo version before the full game comes out. So I thought I'd get back in, give it another go. And at the time I was looking for a new game to do a series on for the streams, and I went, that works. A lot of the controls are quite similar, but quite different as well at the same time.
Interested in local history, are you?
So I've been sent on a quest here to go into this crypt to find out why there's a bunch of undead wandering around.
Should be preserved. I can let you in. There is a small fee of 5 gold coins for the upkeep of the cemetery, of course. It's constant work, as you can clearly see, and my petitions for additional funds seem to have fallen on deaf ears.
Sure.
Bless you, kind stranger. Those old bones are not what they used to be. Here, just take the key. Be careful, though. There's evil dwelling in those crypts. Oh, and I hope I don't need to remind you not to rob any graves. It's terribly rude, and I'd rather not deal with the complaints.
I'm gonna rob all the graves just to annoy you. Now, I have a vague recollection of this from the, as I say, the previous build of the demo. I think I probably want to save here, because some of these statues, well, they ain't statues. There's also corpses wandering around. So that one is a statue. Uh-oh. Okay. Round 2. Fight! Okay, switching back to the magic because I think that's working better. Avalon Crimes. Guess I'll read that later. Whoa! Corpse Eater. Not me. Okay, I'm in trouble. Potions, potions, potions. a bit bigger than a corpse here. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Yike! He just glitched through the door there. Phew. Spoiled meat is something I can use. Grab that, because that's like crafting stuff. Okay, this room free to explore now. First time chat, what up geese? That was easy kill. Yeah, use the gate to block them. And then use an area effect of that spell to blast them through the gate. Well, you look a bit more fresh. Soulstone, wonder what that is. Mine now. Food. Another rather fresh looking corpse. Can I jump up there? No. Okay. Oh, I don't like the look of this, because as I say, some of these statues ain't statues. And I have a horrible feeling one of these two isn't a statue. Okay, they're not moving. Oh! Okay, he's got a jump attack. Huh, seriously, they must have changed that from the old demo. I'm sure some of those statues came to life and walloped you with those ginormous swords. Out of range. You might not be. Right on his head. Oh, out of magic. Mana recharge faster. Do I not have any mana potions? What's that one? Druid's Friend restores 50% mana. Okay, equip that, and equip that. Jeez. Okay, did not see you hiding there. Whew. Yeah, mana cost in this one's a bit weird. Coin purse. Don't mind if I do. Feral charm. Increases physical damage. I need mana increase, not damage increase. So that requires another key. Okay. I need to work on my aim. Ah! Don't get stuck on... now I'm in trouble. I'm dead. Ah! Oh well, these things happen. Oh, and I see we have an ad break, so you probably can't even hear what I'm saying right now. Oh, I was right. This is not going good. Since I can barely hurt this Lost Knight guy. Probably a waste of that power, but what's that? Iron Potion resets your skills and stat points, so I ain't touching that one right now. What do? Rejuvenation Potion increases max health, increases max mana, increases max stamina. Use one of those. These guys appear to be made of stone. I wonder. Oh, why didn't I think of that sooner? Bang! Oh, I'm now over encumbered, aren't I? Yep. Yep, that broken stone sword thing is too much for me to carry. Does it count as a weapon? Correct, stone sword. Wait 100, yeah, wow. It's like my entire... Yeah, okay, bye. I think I'm needing to pop one of those. Okay, so do I just fight this guy or do I try and talk him down? Try and talk him down.
Careful there. Try not to step on the array. It's advanced magic. Very fragile.
You've chosen a rather peculiar place to practice your
Quite
craft.
the contrary. This place is perfect. I've read that the soil of the south is steeped with the type of energy I require.
Necromantic energy.
What I've encountered here surpasses all my expectations. I have the ideal conditions and the perfect subjects. I'm doing everything right, and still nothing bloody works. There must be some sort of interference. Or maybe it's the bones. Always seems to be the bones. Oh, you're still here. I advise you to leave. My work requires concentration, and I've no time for interruptions from grave robbers.
I'm not a grave robber.
Very funny. I'll have you know that I'm conducting valuable research. Research that could be crucial to the future of Avalon.
The game looks fun. If you like Skyrim or similar games, you'll love this. As I say, it's on Steam at the moment as a demo. What are the games and do you stream? Well, currently streaming Skyrim itself. I'm doing a light mod version of Skyrim on a Saturday, although I might have to postpone it this week because if I'm having to do an extra shift at work and I won't be able to make the stream. And Sundays I have an open arena for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. But I'm kind of falling behind the people that show up, so I usually get absolutely trashed in that, and I'm thinking of maybe switching to a different game on that one. I haven't decided yet. So I currently have the 3 days that I stream, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. So at the moment I'm running this one on Wednesday. It's supposed to have about 20 hours of gameplay in the demo, but I think that's if you just follow the story. There'll be a bit more if you do little side quests and whatnot. But yeah, and other games that I might play, well, I'm looking into really RPGs at the moment, but I do survival games occasionally, and variety of things really. Yeah. I haven't been streaming that long yet. I mean, I only started in July, August. Although I had to take a 1 month break for a while when I had, let's say, difficulties with the internet. So yeah, I'm still relatively new to all this. Right, kill people and raise their corpses. How's that valuable? So you're not trying to raise an undead army? I'm here to stop you. Attack. Well, I am here to stop him, so I'm thinking attack is probably what we do.
Very well. Do you know what I like most about the dead? They don't tire, and they don't feel pain. But you will.
So will you, buddy. Ooh, I set him on fire, so he's going to be feeling that. No. What does this do? Charge a soul stone with each kill. When fully charged 10, the soul stone is destroyed and fully heals player's health and mana. Huh. Interesting. Now, clone that. That's going to give me the mana boost. Switch steps increases movement speed. Well, that might be handy right now. What rings do I have? So that's the Swordmaster's ring, increases attack speed. Ring of Toughness increases encumbrance limit. And increases armor. Stamina. Increase max mana. Equip. And equip. Yeah. I think that'll do. Health potion time. That one. My health. I mean, I'm wearing basically the highest tier armor I can wear on my current build, and it's not really doing me much. Much good here. Right, switch that back to that. Let's try to drain his health a bit, shall we? So that guy's staff hits pretty hard. Well, it's the last of my healing potion, so I'm basically stuffed now. What am I stuck on? Okay, now I'm doomed because food kind of only works out of combat. Restore 72 health over 60 seconds. Yeah. Try doing that and see if we can set up a chain of health restoration. What's the range on the sword that zombies use? Okay, I think I'm going to have to go full melee mode on this guy. Yeah. Load last checkpoint should be when I initiated combat with that guy, I would think. Oh, goody, it's back here. Alright, well, we're now going to deal with that big monstrous living statue around the corner here now. Sometimes. It's not my favourite genre, but I do sometimes dabble. heck is this? I used to play that a lot in 2022. Since then, I hardly get enough time and also got bored of it. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to have a bit of a short attention span myself, so I tend to go through games. That's why I said I tend to play a sort of variety of games, because I never really know from one day to the next what games are going to catch my interest. Oh wait, he's got an argument bit here. Can I make more health potions? Sage. No. Can't make any more health potions. That's annoying.
Careful there. Try not to step on the array. It's... What, oh.
Yeah, I heard you last time.
Oh, you're still here. I don't care what... There.
Right, so do the increase movement speed, increase all of that, health restoration, and equip that one, equip that one. Apparently I'm completely out of stamina too. I'll drink that one, it boosts everything. Pressing the blooming use potions button, it's not doing anything. I normally have it in the bottom corner and normally a bit more zoomed in, but I was showing off my new design today, so normally it would be more like this. But this is a new outfit. It's my first stream using it that I've made. I'll go into this other screen here for a second to let you get a better view. So my normal outfit, where to put it? Blink. So this is how I normally look. So this is me. Hello. So I'm a Scottish wildcat. You can tell by the green eyes. And like I say, I set myself a goal of 100 followers and I would make a new outfit. So I got 100 followers, so I made a new outfit. And this is it. Kind of like the white hair with the red fur. But yeah, might as well zoom this in a bit. Right, last checkpoint again, have another go at this. Right, I need to come up with a plan. How do I deal with this necromancer? Right, first off, deal with the statue over here. That got his attention. Gotta be a way to deal with this necromancer. I wonder if I attack him before we have the conversation, if I can do anything that way. Right, first thing I want to change is change this over to mana ring. So it's going to give me a mana boost. Right, this helmet does thorns damage. So if he attacks me with melee, he gets hurt. But he's attacking with magic, unless I get right up in his face. I need to equip potion there, potion there. That's left enough distance between his puppets there and him. That was a big hit. Oops, not the button I want to press. This one. Use that. Use that. Deal with this. Oh, okay, that's another one of you guys. Going to insta-heal me. I think we might be done for the day because I can't quite come up with a good strategy for this guy right now, so I'm going to have to go and check some things out and maybe deal with him next time. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Okay, so if we're ending a stream, then I should be looking for who I'm going to raid. Okay, they are both still streaming, but I think he just raided out. Okay. They raided into him just before he raided out. So the two people I was looking at have both raided essentially into this person who's playing Rocket League. That'll be a nice change. So I think I'll go and follow my friends and go raid our friend Confused Cat. So if I do this, it does work. Cool. So that's our raid message. And we're going to go raid our friend Confused Cat. Now, as I said earlier, my next stream was supposed to be Saturday, but I think that one's cancelled at the moment. For the new people here, we're going to also do... I think this works. and that'll link you to my Discord. It's still new, there's not a lot there yet, but you can find my schedules and that there, and post suggestions for games. I've been looking for suggestions for games recently, so you're welcome to join us there. Now, as I said, we have the raid message there, so we're going to go raid my friend Confused Cat. And my next stream now will be Sunday, with the Saturday one likely being cancelled. So I got /raid Confused Cat. Boop. And there we go. So, hope to see us again another time, and see you in the wilds.
Chris Wildcat, thank you so much for raiding. Meow meow. Have a perfect raid from the Wildcat. Oh wait, I put meow meow. There was only one meow. I made there be another meow. What? Message failed to send. Well, that was rude. There we go.
I've made Sparkly Car 2.0. Chat.
What?
Sparkly Car 2.0.
Popcorn 2.0, huh?
Sparkly Car 2.0.
Ooh, very spark. Yeah. Spark.
Extremely sparkly.
I can only manage about 20 push-ups. I'm too old.
What's going on with that? You were not playing Skyrim, you were playing a different game? Oh, that was weird.